last night.
Okay,
so
cut. Okay, so
morning.
anyway, so like we're saying,
That's like a full
part
weekend.
2. So next thing you know,
Yeah, I'm
the
working
recorder's
full-time.
on. Okay,
Yeah.
so never mind. We had a commercial. Okay, so Janica,
Yeah,
Andrea Johnson,
right.
isn't that supporting the elitist thing? Her husband or boyfriend or common-in-law, Roy Wiggins, was a liberal.
Yeah.
And he ran as a conservative
Yeah.
against Chris Houston. And next thing you know, he's the campaign manager, so
Yeah.
he'll be the executive assistant. Isn't
Yeah.
that giving that family the lotto win? Here, go ahead.
If they win, it's like a lottery.
No, it's true. And wouldn't it be like idiot mayor Michael Bryan? Shouldn't you study your candidates before you vote?
Okay, we are so all over the map.
No, but
on
Andrea,
this.
what I'm saying, they should study Andrea before they vote conservative. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I don't think it's about Andrea, personally. I think it's about the way people have processed all of this stuff, including Afghanistan.
No, hold it. She
the
don't
pyramid.
join no debates. She never joined a debate.
Right.
And you don't see at the farmers market.
No.
I never seen nothing.
No.
Vote for me.
Right.
Excuse me.
Well, so far I haven't seen Nicole O'Byrne yet. I haven't seen Jenica. I've never met Jenica.
Yeah.
I interviewed Jennifer.
So there you go.
I mean, 4 years. I haven't met her. I didn't meet her in the first campaign.
Hold that.
No.
Gave her a break. You never seen it the last 2 years because of Corona. There was no events.
All right,
Nobody
but
was.
fair
nobody.
enough. Fair enough.
2 years previous to that.
Well, she was running.
I mean,
And she won.
I was a high-profile Green member. I mean, she could have called me if she wanted some help, but it's all right. I mean, I was in a different riding, so I don't think I like Jenica personally. Her husband is a friend of mine. I play poker with him. To me, it's not about Jenica, and it's not about Nicole, and it's not about Andrea. It's about they're going to be the recipients of the angst and the zeitgeist
Yeah,
of
but
Canada.
these days, we have Michelle Comroy from Miramichi, People Alliance.
Right.
People go by the person in the writing. You got David
Right,
Kuhn. You got David Kuhn here, and these people can stay there as long as they want it. I think people are stopped looking at political parties and going for the local candidate.
Yeah. That's a big factor. That's what we can't process from here in Fredericton, out in Alberta or Manitoba. Like, who is that person? Like, Jenica has a certain amount of Jenica appeal.
Yeah.
That's just hers. She can go any party she wants, and that's all going with her. And everybody has a little bit of that. But I think Jenica has more of it than say, Nicole or Andrea.
Yeah.
But I also think that people were stunned and shocked at Jenica's decision to defy their wishes. It was as though she didn't understand her own victory.
Anybody that's seen the infighting or what happened there. Come on. Anybody, but it's not everybody that's educated. I told some people what happened. They said, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I said, this is what happened.
Yeah.
The advisor to this Paul leader said, she's not fighting for Palestine.
Right.
And what you're going to do, we're going to go after you. And these are appointed people condemning.
Charles.
And he moved.
You
She
ask a
moved
question
after
and then
1400.
You freaking answer.
That's why I'll never be a host.
What I'm saying is,
have another coffee, Charles.
Actually, you know what? That's almost a good sign for Jenica. That she wouldn't condemn Israel, because that's one of the that's
you can't win that.
Well, first of all, just a second. The whole Palestinian thing was her foolishness with Twitter. She made a very, very rookie mistake in twittering a highly sensitive international policy about whether we support Israel or we don't. Okay? So she did a tweet on that and basically called Israeli terrorists. Okay, which is like, forget it. To be a national politician in Canada or United States
be an anti-Semite.
You're basically putting yourself in that category of being an anti-Semite because your language is so far out there. You're not bringing it back to where we disagree with Israeli on this or we disagree with Israeli on that. When you're basically out there calling them these horrific names when they're allied and propped up by Canada and the United States, to me, and not only that, but they have, and then so she flips. The very first thing she has to do is read from the Liberal song sheet the correct words to the song. So she had to completely flip-flop on the reason she left. Now, I would have told her that when I was executive director of the Liberal Party, I used to have to go to Ottawa maybe once a month to attend meetings. Fucking hated it with a passion. You just going there and all that mess and arguing and everybody climbing over everybody. I knew that she would hate Ottawa. I knew she would hate it.
Why do we have to send people to Ottawa who hate Ottawa? Why don't we have our own maritime republic?
So, well, all I'm saying is it's natural to go to be elected, out of the center and go to the center and find that it's a mishmash of all sorts of agendas, tons of agendas, hundreds of them, thousands of them, of which nobody has any empathy for yours at all. Maybe they'll work a deal.
You yourself, when you're the politician, your entourage is very important.
Very important.
If the entourage are bitches or assholes,
right,
that person in the middle is going to be known as a bitch or an asshole. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And what happened there with the advisor that told her off, a disappointed guy, and I seen his picture, it looked like some kind of a goof.
Yeah.
And turn around and the leader of the Green Party to allow this to happen,
right,
and only act after 1,400 emails. Come on.
Well,
so it was a toxic atmosphere in Ottawa, and she bailed out. Simple as that.
Fair enough, and it's all good. You bailed for what you thought was for the right reason and the good reason. And like I've said on my blog, that being in a job you hate. If you hate it, being a Green member of Parliament or being in the Green Party, then that's fine. You switched over. Now we're going to see if the public buys into it. If you made a mistake or not. That's all this is going to amount to, whether or not she made a mistake or not. She would have been totally reelected. I would have bet my entire paycheck that she would have won, hands down. In fact, we might be looking at another one or two breakthroughs if we didn't have that setback in the Green Party. But she would have been reelected hands down. Jenica was a star. She had moved beyond the party candidate, and she was her own personality. Like just like a brand of her own, which is highly unique and very difficult to acquire. Like you could say Jenica the way you could say Elsie or Frank, and they know who you're talking about.
There's only one member is going to be reelected, and that's Elizabeth May.
Yeah, for sure she'll get reelected.
The Green Party's only going to get.
Well, I don't agree with you. I think Annamie Paul might get hers, and
she talks about this racism. Oh, come on.
I know.
Maybe it's an issue in Toronto.
Yeah, I know it's hard to talk about racism for people when you're a visible minority, because you think, well, that's all your issue is about, but we have all sorts of other issues.
Yeah. Do we ever?
And
for starters, Catholic persecution here in New Brunswick.
Catholic persecution.
Boy, where the hell did he come?
Did
Did you call this guy to come here?